Good morning and welcome to another informative episode of Housing Development, your go-to source for anything and everything that's got to do with housing in Nigeria and beyond. I am your housing diva, Flora Ani. Among the many problems hitting the Nigerian populace, shelter happens to be a more challenging one. At over 17 million in deficit and millions homeless, housing issues in Nigeria has assumed an alarming one. After the break, we shall be discussing demystifying the housing deficit in the country, facts and figures, as deliberated by stakeholders at the just concluded Abuja International Housing Show. Welcome back. Major players in the real estate and finance sector at the just concluded Abuja International Housing Show has opined that there is a housing deficit in the country, and this housing deficit is multi-dimensional. This was reached at the Day 2 section of the event as panelists gives highlights of the subset of deficit experienced in the country.
Availability and accessibility to accurate, reliable, and timely housing data is germane to the operation of finding a lasting solution to the housing issues in the country. Demystifying Nigeria's housing deficit, a discourse on data and fact, was one of the topics deliberated on at Section 3 of Day 2 of the Abuja International Housing Show, chaired by Prof Charles Inyangete. In demystifying the housing deficit, Dr. Charles Mba, head Real Sector Statistics, Central Bank of Nigeria, says there are various challenges which the housing sector in Nigeria faces. According to him, these challenges are the main causes of aggravating housing deficit which the nation has encountered through the years.
We have a multi-dimensional deficit, and that's how we had to approach it, from that multi-dimensional approach, by looking at all the various segments of the value chain and the segments of the sector in the housing sector. So we looked at the main crux of housing, which is land administration. From the data there, you will see that there is a deficit, because when the processing of land documents takes a long time for people to get it done, or it's not even available, then it's a challenge, and that's a deficit. We looked at the aspect of construction of those houses. If it is not forthcoming, also that's a deficit, and that's the business side of our data collation. Then looking at finance, which is the mortgage creation, we saw also a deficit. And then when we look at the ability to pay, effective demand, which is from the off-taker side, also there was a very huge deficit. So when we talk about housing deficits in Nigeria, I would say that it's so huge that all we need to do is to start looking at them at those various segments.
Also speaking on data and fact as it relates to the housing shortage in the country, Surveyor Ugochkwu Chime, MD, Copen Group, also reiterates the fact that there are so many data subsets that are also critical.
One thing that is crucial is that the issue of deficit is not the data holistically that we are looking at. There are so many data subsets that are critical. Deficit is in terms of the overall deficit between what the demand is and what the supply is, starting with the baseline survey. But we decided to look at some other issues that will move the dial forward for all of us. One of the most critical issues and challenge we have is understanding the land administration practices in the 37 land administration entities we have in Nigeria. We have the 36 states and FCT. For an investor, I need to know how many steps it takes for me to get approval. I need to know the transaction time and transaction cost at those levels. I need to know the cost of perfecting titles. I need to know the number of days it will take for me to perfect titles. These are the data that we sought to engage in abstracting from the states and FCT, the 37 land administration entities in the country. The second question that as a person who needs to have a home, you need to know who are the operators in the sector, where are the developers, where are the primary mortgage banks, because these are operating on the supply side and on the demand side. So if I want to buy a house, I'm a diasporan, I can Google and find out, I want to buy a house in Ekiti. Which is the nearest PMB in Ekiti? Which is the developer operating in Ekiti? This is the second data, what we call the business data that I want to have. Now, the third data is the element of affordability. If I'm going to serve people, I need to know where they are located and what is the next lowest hanging fruit in terms of destination of choice for investment for my company.
The major stakeholders at this section agreed that there is a housing deficit in the sector, but emphasized that efforts has been in place to get a robust data repository in the sector with the help of both private and public organizations.
So with respect to what we're doing at NMRC and taking this forward, so as to be able to ensure that we are really touching the real information to grow the housing market and provide affordable housing to our people, we linking the macroeconomics data to the overall housing data. And we can see some real correlations between the number of the population growth, the income of our people, the number of the average household in each of the geopolitical zones, and again looking at what we consider to be the housing conditions, which we've been failing to look at. Having like 20 million houses, it doesn't mean that all these houses are formal dwellers. So for the ones that have poor housing conditions, we shouldn't really be looking at them as real housing, but we should be looking at how to upgrade them.
Came at the instance of the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria approaching the Statistics Department at the CBN in 2017 for a collaboration for us to get the data for the sector. And so we agreed together with Redan to expand that initiative to include all other stakeholders in the sector. So we brought into focus on that project, both from the Federal Ministry of Works and Housing, the NMRC, Federal Mortgage Bank, GIZ, World Bank, and all the other. We also included the private sector from Python and then value chain consultants. And the focus was to get a robust data repository for the real estate sector.
Some stakeholders there at the just concluded AIHS 2021, analyzing the data and facts of Nigeria's housing deficit. The 2021 AIHS for the event has ended, but the memory will surely linger on in the minds of many local and international participants. Now, here are some exhibitors that attended the show.
Dynamic Mayor Edge to build affordable houses, luxury houses, fully smart home at a very affordable prices. We have completed buildings, we have some ongoing, and we have a new project now. The completed one is by Games Village. We have 54 families there, completed and fully occupied. We have one by Apo Bridge, still ongoing and almost sold out too. Then we have one by Lokogoma Apo Expressway that is still ongoing. We do basically real estate to build, to sell. We came to showcase what we do. We came to show people what we do and to so make people understand that regardless of how much you have, you can own a home, and a very luxury and comfortable home as that with DME Estates.
I'm Ugochkwu. I'm the CEO of Off-Field Concepts Limited. We are system integrators, and that means that we're able to bring all the different components in a building so that they work together as one. We do smart home automation systems that include smart lighting, motorized blinds, multi-room audio systems, home cinema, the security and safety systems you have in a home, surveillance, IP CCTV cameras, panic alarm systems, fire safety systems, and we sort of integrate all of these into one. We can also set up home cinemas. It's in vogue now to have a home theater in your home where you have the cinema experience. Even better than that, because the surround system that we install for home cinemas actually carry more effect. You get so quicking sound. The systems are scalable, so you can start small, and then as you go, you scale it. What we help our clients do is that we help them do some sort of structured cabling so that they can start with anything they want and then they can scale. We represent Surv in Nigeria. We're authorized exclusive distributors in the country, and we're doing our best to get these systems down to every single home because they actually need it. Beyond the luxury and convenience, it's very functional, it's effective. And like I said earlier, it saves them a lot of money with respect to utility. So it all depends on how you look at it. The other challenge you might have is that there doesn't seem to be any policy, any government policy concerning smart homes. Government is here to come to terms with the benefits of a smart home. It doesn't reflect anywhere in any government program, and we're trying to tell them to listen to us, that we can do it together, and it will benefit us all. We're having a very crippling power problem in this country. One of the ways you can start to do that is to make your home smart. So collectively, you see that we can reduce the tonnage of power that we're struggling to consume or struggling to generate. In a nutshell,
Modern Shutter started off as a real estate broker in 2015, and so far along the line we went into real estate in 2017. We started the affordable housing in Life Camp. That was our first project in real estate. And right about now, we move into the luxury houses. So, so far so good. We've actually done a lot. What we try to do is actually deliver in terms of timely delivery. That's what we focus at, and also we have the mortgage. We also procure mortgage for customers who are actually interested in financing. We don't have the bulk of money to actually pay. We prefer that solution as well.
We have so many project sites. We have in Galadima, we have in Gwarimpa, we have in Katampe, we have in Jahi. They are all luxury, yet affordable.
what we try to do is beat the timeline. We make sure we deliver your houses to you on time and in good quality. Our houses are built like private-owned houses. They are not the regular houses that are built for estates. You know, we master the art of ensuring that our quality and our processes are in good, they are well done, you know. So these are some of the things that, you know, you can really say about real estate in Nigeria as a whole, because you see a lot of estates developers have come, some have gone, but we have been in the market for this long, ensuring that we give our customers the best value for money. And that's one of the reasons why we say we sell happiness.
We have two factories and businesses in Nigeria, which is Nigerite and Eminite Limited. We're based in Lagos and Enugu, but we have a very strong presence in Abuja. And we've always supported the Abuja Housing Show. We have our range of products, roofing, ceiling materials, and we do plasterboard, plaster of Paris and calcium board as well. So we do ceiling, cladding, partitioning and standard 3mm ceiling boards as well. For the Abuja Housing Show is important to us because the Abuja market is good for our plaster of Paris and plasterboard market, and for us, what the intention of being here is to just expose the company to as many people as we can. You get the architects, the specifiers, the designers, and they're the people that will promote our product for projects, and we want to go down the project route. So this gives us a great opportunity to hit that target customer.
My name is Adewale. I'm a staff of Octo5. Octo5 is a residential property company, and we have a proprietary solution called Store. Store is a home purchase app, and basically what Store does is, in an era of real estate where you have issues with transparency, you have an issue with flexibility, and you have a lot of buyers even scared because you have a lot of fraudulent real estate developers. With the advent of Store, basically what we are doing is we're projecting and are going a different angle to project real estate in a different dimension. A different dimension also, with the Store app, we are bringing possibilities to your doorsteps, in the sense that you can practically do all of your real estate transactions on the click of your mobile phone. Store is available on the iOS and the Android store. For the app, what it does for a prospective buyer is you can view all of our properties on the app. You can pick your payment milestones. You can track the progress of your property. And on the other side of Store as well, we have Store for developers, where real estate developers can actually onboard their projects on our platforms, and we help them market, we help them sell to buyers on the platform, subject to agreement with such developers. In essence, that is the core function of Store. Store is available on the Apple Store, on the iOS Store, and brought to you by Octo5.
We are Green Bricks and Tech. We're into luxury and sustainability buildings and AI technology. So what we do is majorly imbibing eco-friendly construction materials into building sustainable real homes. So we are mainly concerned about the energy, water and material usage, reducing the percentage of use of it. So for us at Green Bricks and Tech, we're bringing in the innovative approach of merging sustainability and luxury, because a home is not just a home, and homes right now in the world globally are venturing into the techie part of homes. Now sustainability is important because of climatic conditions. The innovative approach we have is majorly sustainability, a reduction in energy use in water and embodied materials. So from our construction processes, we use less cement products, less cement use, and the bricks. And our first project is at Gwarimpa Life Camp, which is called the One Project.
My name is Tolu Adibule. I represent Plascon Paints Nigeria. We are a brand of over 130 years of coatings excellence. You know, we're much more than paints. Besides selling paint, we also do painting contracting, which is pretty much supply and apply. So if you want to paint, you don't have to also go deal with the painters and all that. We take on all that hassles, all that headache for you. So we have different products that span between 3 years to 15 years. So we like to say we have paints for every project you have working on. So rather than selling paints just based on the per drum or per gallon price, we sell based on your project life cycle or your maintenance life cycle, because every every developer, it doesn't want to paint every year. So if you know you want to paint for 5 years, we have the solution for you, because we adhere strictly to what we call the recommended Plascon paint system, which takes into consideration your surface preparation, right, your priming, and then before you now put your top coat.
As the saying goes, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. You know, without time off work, a person becomes both bored and boring. Well, the organizers of Abuja International Housing Show ended the 2021 AIHS with an award and dinner night. Now here are the sights and sounds. Enjoy. It was a night of glees and glamour, as the Abuja International Housing Show ended on the fourth day with an award and dinner night. Guests and dignitaries wined and dined after a long 4 days of active sections and presentations. Individuals and organizations were recognized for their leadership, innovation, and brilliant service delivery to housing development in not just Nigeria, but Africa. Andrew Chiponda, the MD of Shelter Afrique, Kenya, won the AIHS Africa Leadership Award. In same category, Akim Ogunirong, MD Eximi Realty, Surv Ugochkwu Chime, MD Copen Group, Umar Abdullahi, Chairman Cos Group, and Basco Rao, MD Royal Ceramics, also bagged AIHS Africa Leadership Award.
And finally, on this category, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to invite for his award Umar Abdullahi, the founder CEO of Cosgrove Investment Limited.
The most affordable housing project went to Milad Fulad Foundation. Auto 5 Holdings Limited got the award of Prop Tech Company of the Year. Dangote Cement got an outstanding award in real estate job creation, while AFP Furniture was recognized as Best Furniture Company of the Year.
The next, ladies and gentlemen, is Award for Excellence in Real Estate Development. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first on our list is Victoria Creek Gardens Estate.
The awardees expressed their excitement for being honored as such a platform known as the most credible in the housing sector in Nigeria, even as the organizer of the Abuja International Housing Show, Festus Adebayo, expresses his joy for a successful event.
I'm so grateful to God for the grace, so grateful for the protection of everybody, the environment, no casualty, no bad news. Oh, so I'm so happy. And in the area of the sector, I see a lot of people networking. I see people coming around saying thank you. I see a lot of people telling me they are happy. Oh, so my expectations are met.
My name is Andrew Pandeka Chimponda. I'm the group CEO or MD of Shelter Afrique.
Okay, so how do you feel about this award?
I'm very elated. I'm very excited. This award, which I've been given by the Abuja International Housing Show, is for Africa housing leadership. Our mandate is to deliver decent and affordable homes for Africans, and the fact that we are being recognized encourages us and motivates us to do even more before the next show in 2022.
Congratulations on your award. How do you feel about this award?
Thank you very much. We feel quite excited winning this award, okay. As always.
As always. What does it translate to your company?
Like I said, as always, we are happy when we win it. It's the 5th consecutive time Julius Berger AFP is winning the leadership award for the furniture and furnishing category of the Abuja International Housing Show. And it translates to the fact that Nigerians and Africans have accepted Julius Berger AFP's leadership in the industry. And we intend to maintain that momentum going forward.
I'm very grateful to God Almighty, and I'm very grateful to my team and my family. It's quite impressive. This is our first time here, and we got an award of excellence.
Congratulations to all the awardees of AIHS 2021. On that note is a wrap on today's episode of Housing Development. Thanks for watching. Keep it at the same time next week. I remain Flora Arnie, your housing diva. Do have a lovely day.